Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a powerful and intense story from the book of Judges, a tale about ambition, betrayal, and ultimate justice. This is the story of Abimelech. Our story begins after the death of the great judge Gideon. One of his sons, Abimelech, born to a concubine in Shechem, had a burning desire to rule. He wasn't content being just one of Gideon's many sons. Driven by wicked ambition, he went to his relatives in Shechem and posed a cunning question: which is better for you? To have 70 men, all of Gideon's sons, rule over you, or just one man? He reminded them, "I am your own flesh and blood." His words swayed the leaders of Shechem. They gave him 70 pieces of silver from the temple of Baal-berith, which Abimelech used to hire a gang of ruthless men. With these followers, he committed an act of unimaginable cruelty. He went to his father's house and murdered his 70 brothers on a single stone, wiping out any potential rivals to his claim. Only one brother, the youngest, Jotham, managed to escape and hide. With his path cleared through bloodshed, the citizens of Shechem gathered and crowned Abimelech king. But his reign, built on violence, was not destined to last. The escaped Jotham stood on Mount Gerizim and shouted a parable to the people of Shechem. It was a story about trees searching for a king. The olive, fig, and vine all refused the crown, content with their purpose. But the thorny bramble eagerly accepted, warning that if they were not loyal, fire would come from the bramble and consume them all. Jotham was prophesying that this unholy alliance between Abimelech, the bramble, and Shechem would end in mutual destruction. For 3 years, Abimelech ruled. Then, just as Jotham had warned, God's judgment began. God sent an evil spirit between Abimelech and the citizens of Shechem, and they began to betray him. The people of Shechem set ambushes, plotted against him, and openly revolted. Enraged, Abimelech marched against the city. He crushed the rebellion, completely destroyed Shechem, and even sowed the ground with salt, a symbol of utter desolation. When the remaining leaders fled to a tower for safety, Abimelech and his men piled branches around it and burned them all alive. But Abimelech's own end was just around the corner. He continued his campaign to the city of Thebez. As he approached the city's strong tower to burn it down as he had in Shechem, a woman on top of the tower wall dropped a heavy millstone directly on his head, crushing his skull. Fatally wounded and desperate to avoid the shame of being killed by a woman, Abimelech cried out to his armor-bearer, "Draw your sword and kill me." The young man did as he was told, and the tyrant's cruel reign came to a humiliating end. The story of Abimelech is a stark reminder: ambition that isn't guided by God's will leads to destruction. Those who rise through violence and pride will inevitably fall through judgment and shame. It's a powerful lesson on the consequences of ruthless ambition and the certainty of divine justice. What do you think about this story? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this. See you next time.